Hello there, Aries. It's time for some messages just for the heck of it. I thought I'd go ahead and set things up in a different way than usual. Usually I'm speaking to you, you're looking at my face. This is Michele B, by the way. But this time I'm just going to let you watch the cards play out and we'll see what we can find out. I might make it a little bit longer. We'll see. What are the messages that Aries needs to hear for right now? Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already subscribed, because I post tarot readings for you 2 or 3 times a week. Two times this week, because I got some other jobs that I have to finish up, but outside of tarot. But usually 2 or 3 times a week. I do monthlies and weeklies and all kinds of stuff. You see if you're subscribed, then you'll see my thumbnails coming up and you'll see the titles and you'll be like, hey, that totally resonates with me. So by the way, if the title of this video resonates with you, then there's probably a message that you need to hear. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if we can get some volunteers here. I'm feeling a he said, she said. Okay, so be it. He said, she said. Okay. So, masculine and feminine, whichever you identify with. We got the masculine, we got the feminine over here. He's like, the masculine saying, I've been waiting and waiting for something, looking out over the horizon, waiting for things to be exactly the way that they think that they should be for some reason. I don't know. We'll see how the rest of it plays out. And she's like, this is not what I expected it to be. I'm seeing where a situation where the feminine is invested a lot into the relationship at first, and like it was kind of like a bait and switch kind of thing. And so reflecting off of that, I'm seeing the masculine as like he's always looking for something else. He's always looking for something better, always on the lookout. It's really a fear that's based on the masculines having some kind of fear where they're afraid that they're going to be abandoned, essentially, and so they're always on the lookout for something else, just in case the feminine abandons them. So they're always trying to talk to other feminines. They're always trying to keep their options open. They're always on the lookout. This is like, the standard wandering eye kind of thing. Can you see that in this image? That this person's like kind of got their backs to the feminine, right? They got their back to them, and they're like, it's kind of like giving them the cold shoulder and not being emotionally vulnerable, and instead like watching for their options somewhere else. So let's see the trajectory of this situation. Stick it right in the middle. The trajectory of the situation according to the path that you're on right now. Remember that it's always the trajectory can always be changed according to your mindset, according to how you perceive the situation, little choices that you make, little adjustments. This is really interesting. Sorry about bumping the camera. I'm doing my best here. And you hear the clickety-clackety sounds? That's my little boy playing on the computer right next to me. It's wonderful for us to be able to share time together in the afternoons. Anyway, so I got these 2 decision ladies. Isn't this interesting? We have the Queen of Swords, that's Libra in the archetypal personalities of the tarot, and we also have a very Libran energy of the 2 of Swords. It's like, should I do something or should I not? And this lady's like, let's cut through the bullshit. So this lady's thinking very logically, very clearly, and this lady's confused, and I feel like these are both you, Aries. And I like to speak specifically to the feminine. I am a feminine. I identify as female, so therefore I speak best for the feminine, unless I'm being asked questions by the masculine directly. So anyway, I feel like this is you. Like, sometimes you're logical and sometimes you're illogical. So, and I feel like the thing that makes you not logical is like when your brain's on oxytocin. Especially after like some physical, when there's like a physical connection with the masculine, when there's like in physical intimacy, like hugging and kissing and making love, it raises your oxytocin and makes it so you can't think clearly. You start getting confused. You start feeling a little bit crazy. But I feel like whenever you have periods where the two of you are apart for more than a few days or a week, then your mind starts working logically, and you're like, oh, I see this situation for what it really is, from a higher perspective, and I'm not taking it personally. But you take it very personally if you're in physical intimacy with this person. So that's what really matters, is you, right? It doesn't really matter what this person chooses to do or not do. What matters is you and how you protect yourself. All right? And it's really hard for you to protect yourself if you've got that blindfold on. As long as you can stay logical, as long as you can stay clear-minded, you can see the BS for what it is. And I really feel like this person, the masculine, is they're not being very clear because of their lack of emotional vulnerability. They're not being very clear about what's really going on with them. I think they just really don't understand what's going on with them. They don't understand why they throw a good relationship under the bus, because they're afraid. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? They're afraid of being abandoned, and so they are not vulnerable, and so they have a wandering eye. They're always trying to talk to other people, and that makes you feel insecure and unsafe in the relationship, and then they get abandoned. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that they're carrying out. And so you're seeing it for what it is. To you, it feels like they're lying, but it's not that they're lying. It's just that they don't really understand what's going on. So the outcome that I'm getting for this is that you have to choose between, at least in the short term, you have to choose between your logical mind, keeping a logical mind, and being able to have that physical intimacy that means so much to you. Because you feel very unwell after you have a physical connection. So, and the best advice or best case scenario, let's see what else we can do for a closing card for this. Sorry if the camera's shaking too much. I'm just so cozy on my bed, and this is the way I want to film it right now. Oh, there it is. There's that 8 of Cups, and we know you don't like it, but you might have to take a break. And that goes along with keeping your head clear. So that doesn't mean you have to stay away from this person forever, but give yourself a break to pull away. And it's also going to give them a chance to appreciate you. Because as long as you're in I need you mode, they're going to feel unsafe. They're going to feel insecure. But if you're off doing your own thing, and you've got a clear mind, and you don't need them, you're doing your own thing, and maybe even exploring your other options, exploring talking to other people, talking to other masculines. As you know, it's not necessarily cheating if the two of you aren't together, right? So give yourself a chance to expand your horizons. And if it's not with a romantic connection with someone else, make sure it's something that you really enjoy doing, some kind of pastime that gives you great pleasure. I really see these two as the same people. Look at the green dresses and the swords. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, Aries, I hope that this reading gave you some clarification for those of you who identified with the title of the video. And I love ya. And if you're interested in supporting my channel while I'm in the beginning stages of getting started on YouTube, please check out my options for tips that are in the description box below. In the meantime, I'll see you later. Love ya.